What is the price of a soul? For most, it is an unimaginable cost, but for Victor Von Doom, it is merely a transaction waiting to be engineered. To the world, Dr. Doom is a ruthless dictator, a master of science, and a tyrant wrapped in iron. But beneath the cold, unyielding armor beats the heart of a son driven by a singular, obsessive agony. Every single year, on Midsummer's Eve, Doom risks everything to wage a lone, desperate war against the underworld. His objective? To free his mother, Cynthia Von Doom, from eternal damnation in the fiery clutches of Mephisto, the Prince of Lies. Every year has ended in a bitter, crushing stalemate. Doom's science and minor earthly sorcery are simply not enough to break the gates of hell. He needs an edge. He needs the ultimate ally, and destiny is about to deliver exactly that. Deep within the foothills of the Himalayas, the aged Genghis, a sorcerer whose mind has been entirely consumed by mystic forces, suddenly awakens with terrifying clarity. A cosmic alignment is at hand. By the decree of the undying Vishanti, a worldwide summons is cast. A call echoing only in the minds of the world's most powerful mystics. They are summoned to the ancient Temple of the Three to settle a definitive question: who is worthy to be named the Sorcerer Supreme? Among the masters who arrive is Dr. Stephen Strange. But the atmosphere turns to ice when the heavy, metallic footsteps of a late arrival echo through the chamber. Dr. Doom has entered the arena. The other mystics protest. They call Doom a fraud, a man who relies on technology rather than true magic. But Doom silences them, stripping away his armor's offensive weaponry to prove his mystical training. The trial begins. The Vishanti encase the aged Genghis in a massive, overwhelming, crystalline structure of pure mystic energy. The challenge is simple yet impossible. Whoever can break the crystal and free the old man will claim the mantle. One by one, ambitious young sorcerers unleash their power, only for the crystal to turn their own spells back upon them, trapping them in a mindless walking trance. A chaotic melee erupts. While others panic, Doom stands calculating. His armor's microcomputers analyze the infrared waves of the mystical feedback, learning decades worth of magical combat strategy in a matter of seconds. Only two men possess the sheer will to survive the onslaught: Stephen Strange and Victor Von Doom. Through calculated brilliance and unmatched power, Strange manages to channel the light of Agamotto, piercing the crystal's inner structure and freeing the Genghis. The verdict is absolute. The Vishanti declares Stephen Strange the true Sorcerer Supreme. But ancient laws carry heavy obligations. By the decree of the Vishanti, the newly crowned Sorcerer Supreme must grant a boon to any runner-up who survived the trial. Strange looks to Doom, expecting a demand for cosmic power or weapons of conquest. But Doom doesn't want the world. He looks Strange dead in the eye and demands the one thing he cannot achieve alone: help me free my mother's soul. Bound by sacred duty, Strange accepts. Weeks of intense, grueling preparation follow. Inside the cold walls of Castle Doom, Strange instructs the dictator in advanced mystical arts. But Doom is a creature of absolute pride. Even as they prepare to face the devil himself, Doom secretly modifies his armor, boosting its power reserves tenfold. He will not be outmatched by Strange. He will succumb to no one. Midsummer's Eve arrives, the barriers between worlds thin. With a localized tear in reality, the two doctors step through the infernal portal and plunge straight into the horrific, ever-changing nightmare of Hades. Immediately, Mephisto unleashes the full, terrifying weight of his realm. Hellish sandstorms rip through the sky, separating the two allies. Mephisto assaults Dr. Strange with psychological warfare, trapping him in an illusion, forcing him to relive his past as a broken, arrogant surgeon. But Strange's ironclad spirit shatters the deceit. Meanwhile, Mephisto corners Doom. The Demon Lord smiles, offering a sinister trade. He places the earth at Doom's feet, promising global dominion. Doom spits at the offer. So, Mephisto changes the stakes. He conjures the physical form of Cynthia Von Doom, bound in chains. "Fight me for 1,000 eternities, Doom," Mephisto purrs. "Or, you could barter with me for her freedom. You know what I want." Just then, Dr. Strange blasts through the demon hordes, arriving to shield his ally. But before Strange can cast another spell, Doom turns on him. Doom looks at the Sorcerer Supreme with cold indifference and whispers, "I regret this." With a ruthless strike, Doom subdues Dr. Strange and delivers him directly into Mephisto's hands, a total horrific betrayal. Mephisto throws Strange into an unbreakable crystal prison, laughing hysterically at the predictability of mortals. True to his word, the Demon Lord transfers the soul of Cynthia Von Doom into a living, breathing human vessel. Doom steps forward, his voice trembling beneath his iron mask. "Mother, I am Victor. I have come to take you home." But Cynthia looks past her son, seeing the Sorcerer Supreme trapped in agonizing torment. Mephisto mocks them, his voice dripping with venom. Your son is too modest, Cynthia. He betrayed Earth's Sorcerer Supreme to buy you a new life. The realization hits Cynthia like a physical blow. The son she hoped would be a savior has grown into a monster. She looks at Doom with profound disgust and utters words more painful than any forge in hell. I will not be a party to betrayal. You are no son of mine. This is the worst damnation of all. Doom falls to his knees, utterly shattered. He has conquered science, he has mastered magic, he has defied gods, only to be disowned by the very soul he spent his entire life trying to save. Mephisto raises his arms in absolute triumph, preparing to claim all three of them for eternity. But the Prince of Lies failed to realize one crucial detail. You can never, ever outsmart Victor Von Doom. Suddenly, a massive surge of antimatter energy erupts from under Strange's cloak, shattering his crystal prison. The betrayal was a calculated sham. Doom knew Mephisto would never willingly release a soul, and he knew his mother's pure spirit would never accept a bargain built on treachery. Doom intentionally engineered his own mother's hatred. Together, the two doctors unleash a cataclysmic counterattack. Strange invokes the raging fires of the Faltine and the Sun Sons of Cinnabus, while Doom channels the full, unmitigated power of his upgraded armor. As Mephisto rages, his form swelling into a towering inferno of pure malice, Dr. Strange notices something happening to Cynthia's petrifying physical body. He realizes the brilliant, tragic truth of Doom's gambit. By utterly rejecting her son's apparent evil and choosing eternal damnation over a tainted bargain, Cynthia Von Doom has achieved absolute spiritual redemption. Her soul has become completely sanctified, radiating a light so pure and blinding that Mephisto's hellish mind cannot contain it. No, Mephisto screams, unraveled by the agonizing purity of the light. She is lost to me, forever. With a final desperate curse, the defeated demon casts the two doctors out of his realm, banishing them back to the mortal plane. Back in Latveria, the dust settles. Both men are battered, bleeding, and exhausted. Strange tries to offer comfort, realizing the unfathomable sacrifice Doom just made. Doom chose to let his mother hate him for eternity, just so she could be free in heaven. But Doom coldly rejects Strange's help, demanding to be left alone. As Dr. Strange departs, Doom's loyal servant, Boris, watches his master stand alone on the castle balcony. Doom has won. His mother's soul is finally at peace, beholden to no one, resting among the angels. He beat the devil at his own game, but he won at the cost of his own eternal isolation. He stands on the terrible threshold, a man who achieved a flawless victory, yet is destined to carry the ultimate torment for the rest of his days. For he is Doom, and his soul remains his own.